We were at like 2 to 10k a month for our first 6 months, and then we had 1 month when we went for about 10, 15k a month to 100k a month. In 1 month we grew from one winning ad creative. The moment where it really hit me was when we hit the VAT threshold. So it was a UK company, and that was really when I was completely not satisfied, because I couldn't believe the fact that I had to give 20% of my sales to the government. We started a women's lingerie store. With that store was about 160k per month. Mindset is 100% of the game. My mindset to business, I want to get rich, and I'm fucking committed to getting rich. Welcome everybody to this very, very special podcast. I've been very kindly invited to Mr. Moose, his podcast studio in the heart of Bali, Indonesia. Thank you for coming on the channel, and thank you for inviting me to this beautiful place.
My pleasure, brother. Like this they do in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yep.
My name is James Dimitriades. I've been in e-commerce for roughly around 6.5 years now. Primarily in the UK market. So I'm from the UK, I live in London. And I started my first e-commerce business, which is called Undeniable London. So it's a men's jewelry brand based in the UK. Never has been dropshipping. There's actually a physical stock store. That was my first success. We've done £4.5 million with that store specifically.
Crazy.
Myself and my brother. And then I'm also involved actually in just some more kind of dropshipping projects as well, all branded dropshipping. So I don't really do kind of general stores, but really focusing on brands in certain different niches.
Okay. Yeah. Wonderful, bro. You're killing it already.
Trying.
I love that. 6.5 years ago.
Yeah.
How old were you at that time, bro?
It would have been around 15, 16 years old. So I'm currently 22 years old.
That's crazy. Some lucky guys started way early. I love that.
Yeah.
So how you get to your first box? How did the thing work for you? Like it was like YouTube stuff, or what was the journey? What was the path?
Yeah, so I got into e-commerce. So it was with my brother. His name is Phil.
Okay.
And he left university at the time. He went to
he's an elder brother, right?
He's 5 years older.
Okay, 5 years
So at the time I was actually still at my mum's house. Phil left university and joined me at my mum's house, and we were grinding in the same bedroom. And we didn't really know much about e-commerce. We didn't know what it was. But like anybody, we were scrolling on Instagram. Naturally, it was Twitter, and we saw a brand. It was a men's jewelry brand in the UK. It was the biggest brand.
Okay.
And the founder posted $1 million a month on the dashboard, and he posted it. And from that moment onwards, we went all in, and we launched during Q4. So day one, we were in profit. Yeah, I think we were at maybe 2 to 10k a month for our first 6 months, and then we had 1 month when we went for about. It would have been about 10, 15k a month to 100k a month. In 1 month, we grew from one winning ad creative.
Crazy.
And I'm sure some of the viewers can relate. It literally just took one ad creative.
Yeah, one creative. You're one creative away.
Yeah. And then I had a mentor. His name was Ellie. I used to work alongside him. And he mentored me and Phil for around a year. And since that point, to be fair, there's been not many months since that we've done less than 6 figures per month from that first 6-figure month.
That's crazy.
And
but first day, I mean, how long it took you to prepare everything?
It took a matter of maybe 4 or 5 months to get launched, because we actually bought stock, and I didn't even know what the dropshipping approach was.
Okay. So you're just you didn't know anything about dropshipping. You saw a guy doing something and okay, that sounds good. Let me do the same.
Exactly.
No course, no program, no training at the time, no.
Nothing. No, it would have been YouTube.
That's the winning shop. Let's do the winning shop.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4 or 5 months for preparation. Yeah, you took your time, huh? You took your time
I wasn't trying to take my time. We were actually going at 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that you could drop ship, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. But yeah, we got it rolling.
Crazy, man. Fucking crazy. And day one you launch. The creatives were also the same, or
custom creatives.
Custom creatives.
Yeah, which is why it may have taken a little bit long to launch. The only thing that wasn't custom was the PDP images. Okay. Which we used Photoshop to change, but yeah, custom creatives. Yeah.
So, and you didn't decide you'll just do the same? No.
I didn't even know that we could.
You didn't know yet the knowledge ad library and all that stuff.
So we went to the ads library, and that's where we got all of our inspiration on what ads to film and create. So I did a photo shoot with some of my schoolmates at the time and my college mates. Just found 3 of the best looking guys I know. And
And
we
that's
went,
you give them the stuff and let's shoot them and
yeah, exactly. I took the photos
Yes.
myself, and it was cool. Yeah.
okay. And you're satisfied by the result and you're like right away let's push that stuff and it's gonna work out. Or...
I wasn't necessarily satisfied, but we were just going all in. And I think the moment where it really hit me was when we hit the VAT threshold. So it was UK company, and that was really when I was completely not satisfied because I couldn't believe the fact that I had to give 20% of my sales to the government. This was relatively early on in my journey. This was the first ever business I'd ever started as well.
But how you do VAT? You're not even older than 18. How you had the fuck?
Yeah.
Everything under your brother's name, I guess.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. And like, how much is like 100k or something, or 80k, something like that? The threshold.
Yeah. At the time it was 85k. Now it's 90.
Okay.
And I literally couldn't believe it. And there was a point where I was going to give up purely on the basis of the taxes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's I wasn't expecting that, bro. It's impressive.
Thank you.
It's impressive, brother. So I'm kind of surprised, like during this starting phase, like what were the challenges? Because like the way you say it is like it was how we say it was one way to success. Like it was quick, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds quick, and one of the reasons it was probably quicker was because I had a mentor from very, very early on. As soon as we started getting traction, we got a mentor who helped us considerably. But I think because it was my first business, neither myself or my brother a little bit more, but we didn't really have any idea of building a team and getting external help. So we were doing everything ourselves, literally everything. From like photo editing, filming, like everything you could possibly think of. That's why this was like 14 hours per day, every day, even scrolling TikTok to find creators. My brother was doing that, and his eyes were going red. So I think just the biggest challenge I faced was learning to let go from doing everything because I spent a lot of countless hours.
Like when did you do that? Like it was a few months after, right? It was not like because like you didn't build a team right after taking your mentorship, right?
No, it would have been probably 5 or 6 months after.
Okay. That's crazy. How did you find your mentor?
I found him in the gym, actually.
Your mentor, you find him in the gym?
Yeah. So
go guys, go train in the gym. More. I know you guys are all shredded, but
I'm sure they will go to the gym. A lot of
all of them go to the gym. You don't see a guy that's skinny. I'm the skinnier. I'm kidding. Oh, in the gym? Okay.
Yeah. So we pulled up in a nice car. I introduced myself to him. And, at that time especially, I'd never experienced any form of being around like big money, millionaires. I think he was probably the first millionaire I ever spoke to.
Crazy.
So he pulled up in a nice car. I think it was a Rolls Royce.
In London?
No, this was actually where my mum lives, which is about an hour away from London.
Okay.
Yeah, he pulled up. I just introduced myself to him, got his Instagram, and then he told me he does Ecom. So, which is interesting. So at that time, 1 week later, I hired him as my mentor. And we had about 8k in our bank at that time. And we paid him 6k, so nearly all of our money for mentorship. So we went all in and risked it with him.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What are the odds that... like you are going in a freaking good gym that the guy come in with a Rolls Royce, bro?
It's fucking good gym.
Oh, I mean, like, this would be an expensive one. It's an investment. Go to the expensive gyms, right?
To be fair, it's a bodybuilding gym.
Okay.
It's not an expensive gym, but it is a great gym. Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. And then, like, it was a one-on-one with him, or just like
one-on-one? Yeah.
Crazy. So let's dissect. What did you think when you launched made it work? If you like now you have more experience. Like, what were the pieces that like you think made it like successful? Is there like some special things, some things in particular? Or?
I think in particular it was, to a degree, we had luck on our side because we had the timing correct.
Okay.
From a product perspective, primarily. So, now men's jewelry is it's a very saturated space. You couldn't launch what we launched back then and just repeat it. And now it is a lot harder. This is why I have other projects as well and other stores. So yeah, timing was right. We were one of the first to launch a men's jewelry brand in the UK. Not that we were the first. There was a few others, but yeah.
The way you did it and
the way we did it, we were one of the first. And we launched in Q4 specifically. I think it was I think it was November the 2nd or November the 3rd of when we actually launched date. So that helped a lot.
I see, I see. And like you said, you already took a stock right away. Was it like big stock? Like you don't have any physical store, right? Everything is online, just shipping quickly. How did
Yeah.
you handle? Like how do you
From our bedroom.
from your bedroom? So you were shipping yourself.
Yeah.
You go to the delivery post and you put the sticker and
Yeah, we didn't even know that you could get packing slips, which is like a packing slip printer, a sticker label printer, where you can just take it out of the sticker label printer and snap it on. We were using proper paper, gluing it by hand, and then attaching it to the parcel.
That's crazy.
And we were doing that for way longer than we wanted. It wasn't until I went to a friend who had a successful ecom business. He had a warehouse in the women's fashion space. It was actually a family-run business. And he taught me that you can get a sticker label printer and you don't have to glue them on yourself.
That's crazy. So it took you a few months before realizing this, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So how, how they were the next 6 months, 12 months after the first sales and everything? So the mentor showed you how to scale it. Like, what were the major milestones after that? Was it like after Q4? Was it like a big drop on Q1, for example, or
Was a drop on Q1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Men's jewelry specifically is always way busier in Q4.
Okay.
So we kind of plan around that, and most of the money we make is is in Q4 from a profitability perspective, especially now. But in terms of what we did, I mean, a lot of our efforts are put onto actually just, I'm a bit of a nerd for websites. I probably spend a lot more time than I need to on perfecting each part of the website, but the branding, and then just add creatives.
I see.
And I was always told keep it dead simple and just focus on the big needle movers, which for us was just loads of new ads, testing new influencers as well. What we spent on in the first year was TikTok influencers, collabing with them and then getting them video-based creatives and then bringing them onto Meta and trying to find influencers who are on TikTok, who don't have a big audience on Meta, on Instagram really, but big on TikTok, and putting them in front of new audiences.
Wait, what year it was this? It was 2020, 2019?
Yeah, it would have been roughly about 2019-20, yeah.
Okay, because this strategy, I think it's like people do that like maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, your mentor teach you this, or it was something that you tried yourself, this strategy back at that time? Because I think it was pretty unique at that time.
Yeah, we thought of it. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Like you were like having a unique strategy for that time.
Yeah.
In France, influencers were very popular, but people just use Instagram ones and just shout outs and endorsements. Interesting. So, and then like you were like on sourcing those influencers. So it was like men influencers on TikTok.
Yeah.
And like did you have any specific strategy to source them, to reach out to them, or was it at that time, I guess, easier than today? Everyone just, okay, let's do it, or?
No, it wasn't. I mean, so my brother did a lot of we call it influencer hunting, and it was just scrolling on TikTok for hours, optimizing the algorithm, like hours and days. My brother will tell you his eyes were actually red during this period of his life, like permanently, and there's still a bit of redness from it. Crazy. And then just DMing them on IG. Yeah. And then actually, I mean, one thing that really helped us was trying to build a personal relationship with the influencer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then you were seeking for like big ones, or few deals with bigger ones, or many small ones, a lot of deals?
It started with more micro influencers.
Okay.
But we had our big success with the actual bigger influencers.
Okay.
So we still do this. We try and find influencers who currently create content, who currently have a strong organic following, and who their audience is who we want to sell to. But actually, when we run ads, because their audience is so big right now, you will actually show ads to the people that watch that influencer on a daily basis. So as soon as they see that influencer promoting a product, they trust it. So yeah, there was 2 influencers specifically who were big. They both had over 1 million followers. That really helped us grow. And specifically unboxing style videos and kind of like just how to wear it basically, and very hyped, very enthusiastic content that is native to what our target audiences watch us on a daily basis already.
How you can keep the standard of like your brand image
Yeah.
over all the TikTok creators?
Yeah.
Or like maybe sometimes you skip them and you're just like, okay, they give you content and we will not use this.
That happened a lot.
That happened? Okay, interesting.
I mean, it depends on how luxury the product is.
Okay.
So the men's jewelry brand specifically, Undeniable, that's premium men's jewelry, but it's fast fashion.
Okay.
What I'm built, so the AOV is like in euros, like 60 euros. So it's not luxury, right?
Yeah.
What I'm building now, Zaros, my men's luxury, is a proper luxury leather man's brand. That is a premium product that's been designed. We're using the highest quality materials, and I will approach it completely differently. Not just from, the lighting's one element, the influences that we choose are one element, but also, the color scheme, the fonts, how we actually speak to the audience, the brand values. I think it's very important to remember the details about who you're selling to. And it all comes down to selling to the right person, right? And understanding who they are and just aligning all of the details with them and what they're looking for and what they actually want and resonate with.
Oh, I want to ask you, like, okay, after few, let's say, the first 6 months, the first year, like, what was for you the big scaling opportunities to keep growing your brand? Or after a 1 year time period, what was your vision where you wanted to bring your brand? What was the next steps you're seeing for it?
So next steps, actually. So I actually went and started a dropshipping store, women's lingerie products, with my business partner. I know. He helped us because the feedback wasn't the best. But I started building a few different stores at that stage.
Okay. So why not the same one? What happened to, okay, let's build new stores?
What do you mean? Why did I build new stores?
Yeah.
Primarily because at one point we were just testing a lot of creatives. And I didn't have the knowledge to actually scale it.
Okay.
Until Q4, which is where it went on easy mode. We were sitting twiddling our thumbs. Like it was consistently profitable, but I didn't know how to scale it, to be fair. And so we started. Then we just did drop shipping. But again, it was the branded approach. It's choosing a winning product and then making it our own to a degree.
So this started like when? Like in Q1 you were still trying, and then Q2 you're like, okay, whatever, let's try something else.
I mean, it's quite hard to say exactly what times.
Of course, it was a long time ago, but you're like, okay, this thing is not kicking. But at that time, you already had the knowledge Q4, Q1, or not really?
I knew Q4, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because like
I thought Q1 would have been way better, with January sales and things like that, but Q4 is where it's at.
Okay, so starting some dropshipping stores, like right away, let's start multiple ones.
No, we started a women's lingerie store, and then we just started testing a few different projects. Quite a few failed, but the women's lingerie store did good. I mean, we got to about, I think, peak with that store was about 160K per month, but that grew very, very fast. And then, we had a couple of payment processor issues. And then it just got way harder. You saw our ad account got shut down for like 2 months. We tried to get the ad account back.
Yeah, it was unlucky that one.
And then we just kind of packed it in.
I see. And how did you manage that dropshipping store to scale it? To what was the mindset behind it? Like I don't know. Is it on creative side? Is it on market side? Countries? Or was it focusing on the creatives, like what you did with your your initial brand? What was the growth?
So primarily, I've always sold mostly into UK and US based markets.
Okay.
And Australia.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually until recently, really, the past 6 months, I've been exploring other markets.
Okay.
So I feel quite late to the party.
Okay.
When it comes to that, we've got a couple stores like in some Scandinavian markets, drop shipping.
Okay.
That my brother's primarily managing. That's all new to me, actually. My whole career, I've just done UK, US, Canada, and Australia.
Big four, top 4 countries.
And that's always been the approach, with a heavy emphasis on actually just trying to brand the product out as much as possible, and onto the creative direction behind the brand as well. So my girlfriend, she does a lot of the creative direction, and she really, to be fair, taught me that side of perfecting, what you're trying to put out and going above and beyond from, the small details. That's what I'm focusing on.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good. So over time with your mentoring, what are the other aspects that you think define your success?
The other aspect, mindset is 100% of the game.
Okay.
I think my mindset to business, I want to get rich and I'm fucking committed to getting rich, and I think a lot of the audience can probably relate. I have no other option. So my mindset towards it is just very, very relentless. And regardless of how many failures I have in the short term or challenges that I face, I will never give up. I will keep pushing or I will find a way. And also managing my cash flow through the process. I'm very, very organized when it comes to my finances. More so than I know a lot of ecom guys who are scaling, like especially if you're scaling and you're making a lot of money. It's very, very easy to, 5K here, 3K here, and then all of a sudden you have a couple bad months and you've just spent all your money, or you had an email marketing agency that was, a big rev share, or ad agency, big rev share, outsourcing. I was very, very progressive, and I always know how much money I have, and I, as we spoke about before this podcast as well, it's about diversifying where I put my money, and that's one of the keys. Really, is having a relentless mindset, being very, very organized with my cash flow, where my money goes, and then investing into mentorship, and being super, super open-minded and doing whatever you can to put yourselves in places where people who aspire to be like are, essentially. And not being afraid to travel, not being afraid to do uncomfortable things, right? So for example, I started putting myself on the internet. I've been on the internet, just a small presence for a little while now, but I've seen the net benefit of it and the people that you can meet through the DMs or the opportunities that you get presented to, like being on a podcast. And most people are not comfortable with doing that, but because it moves me closer to my goals and it can get me there faster, I'm very willing to do it. And as I say, regardless of how shit I was on camera the first time I was on camera, right? It's just practice, right? Or regardless of how dumb I sounded to a certain individual when I first met them, I'll still do it. And when I am speaking to people who are further ahead than me, I will always ask questions. And Robert Greene says it, never outshine the master. For those, I don't know if you've read 50th Laws. It's about understanding when someone is in a better position than you, they're very, very willing to help if you recognize and they know that you're here to learn, you're here to absorb, and you're here to help in whatever way possible.
What are the key elements that you think on your testing made the difference to make you like successful brand? I mean dropshipping branded.
I think what I would do differently is what I am doing now. And that is focusing on, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, moving towards higher ticket products and focusing less on low ticket volume and quick run-ups and more focused on building something that actually provides value to the customers. And I don't charge cheap, right? So for example, the new brand Zaros that I'm building, it's a custom design product. It's, it truly is going to be a fantastic product. I've been learning about the target audience for the past 3-4 years. I've been building my personal brand around ambitious guys, entrepreneurs, creators. And that's who I've become. And as a byproduct, I'm actually creating a product specifically for them that they actually love, right? So it's not cheap. I have my, my one-on-one mentorship or my e-commerce advisory services as well. It's a high profit margin business. And it's not cheap, right? I'm not dealing with 20, 30 pound AOVs. I'm dealing with, multiple thousand AOVs, right? And then I'm also involved in the luxury watch industry as well. I have a passion for watches.
Amazing.
Again, I'm not dealing with 500 pound watches. I'm dealing with 60,000 pound watches, 100,000 pound watches. And you were discussing real estate before this as well. Why do rich people, have so much money? It's because they have a lot of money coming in. How do you get a lot of money coming in? Sell expensive shit, right? To a degree, right?
Yeah,
to a degree.
And
high profit margin. So it's like profit margin focused, not cheap products, actually deliver value, focus on repeat customers. and doing so alongside a personal brand. So regardless of how many failures you have on the way or challenges that you overcome, your efforts compound, right? In your scenario, you have unlimited scaling. It's attached to your personal brand, right?
Yeah.
But regardless of, it's very, very successful, and I'm sure unlimited scaling is going to grow and grow and grow, and it will. But if something happened to it, what do you still have? You still have your authority, you still have your audience, you still have the skills, and you have the ability to sell a product to them at any time. And
the power of personal branding.
Yeah. And every business that I'm building from, I'm not going to say forever, but right now, watches, my advisory mentorship services for Ecom, and my new brand Zaros is all around my personal brand. And that's what I'm betting on.
For your new brand, Zaros, right?
Zaros. Yeah.
You have a timeline in mind? Or you're gonna take your time? Or what's the view on this? I mean, you for the first success, you took multiple months to do it. Now there is a long time for conception. You plan to play it slow, like how you see it?
Yeah. So again, with this business, I am on purpose trying to make it as not perfect, but as great as I possibly can. So I'm not willing to sacrifice, most importantly, the product for this business, even if it takes longer than I want. So where we are right now, I've got samples. They've actually landed in the UK. And I have a team member bringing them over to Bali.
Wonderful.
On Sunday. So like
Let's
5
go.
days time. Yeah, basically I'm going to get the samples. I'm going to review them. I'm then going to send feedback for my second samples as well. And then once I get the second samples, I'm actually going to work again with the product designer. Potentially even for third samples, right? I need this to be perfect. The packaging is going to be elite. We're going to have like scented packaging.
Scented packaging.
We're going to have a founder's note as well with a QR code, which just shares my appreciation for their purchase. If they scan the QR code when they've received their product, which I'm making the best bag that they've ever seen, perfectly created for an entrepreneur, someone that needs to travel, they'll get taken to an unlisted YouTube video of mine where they can then watch me document the process of building the business further. And then as a byproduct, my personal brand grows, my audience grows, and then I have other routes where I can monetize my personal brand as well. So I'm seeing Zaros as the perfect play for my reputation because I'm spending more on the unit costs, by the way, than other brands would. Okay? And everything will be elite. Perfect kind of low ticket lead magnet, you could call it. And then I upsell them. All right, now you need a luxury watch. Guess what? Of course my service is going to be fantastic because you've already bought a bag. You need Ecom? You bought my bag. It's the best bag in the world. I don't need to sell it if you want my e-commerce advisory services. And then we're also going to start the events business as well. So with the clients and the mentees that I work with through the process of scaling their e-commerce business, we're going to host private different events. And again, it's not cheap, right? It doesn't cost you £100 to come to the event. It's gonna cost you, multiple 4 figures, and hopefully one day 5 figures, maybe even one day 6 figures. But obviously, a lot of this is it's my plans and my vision.
It's an ecosystem.
It's an ecosystem. Yeah.
Everything is going through together, and it's just one step. It's just one step over the whole ecosystem. I see.
And now you ask, right? Why does an influencer just want some form of, 3 months usage rights? Well, if I talk to them about Zaros and about what we're creating and about the events that we're going to do all over the world and the fact that, everyone involved is going to be incentivized, we're all entrepreneurs, we're all ambitious, and we all want to provide for ourselves and our families, of course I can have a video longer than 3 months, right? They want to be a part of my brand and our ecosystem and what we're creating, and that's brand. And
then when they will have the bag, you will protect your this is my bag. You cannot, you choose when you control the rights of the product. I'm very curious about the personal branding. When did it started? What was the moment like, okay, I need to get that done? Like you were doing Ecom, how suddenly you decided to go through personal branding? It's rare. Usually on Ecom, people just stay on Ecom and Ecom projects.
Yeah.
Like
so it all started, it started in 2 ways. So the first time it started was when I just posted a Shopify screenshot on my Instagram story, just because I thought that's awesome.
That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to share. That's my
Yeah.
results.
Yeah.
Maybe it might inspire you. Yeah.
So that was the first time. And then what I started running was white label ads, or dark posts, or dark ads, whatever people call them, white label ads for my jewelry brand from my personal Instagram.
Okay.
So it was my friend's warehouse. I was sitting in my friend's warehouse with packages in front of me. And then I was packing someone's order, and it was a reply to a TikTok comment which says, "Can you pack my order?" Like you've probably seen them before. Can you pack my order? Hashtag, and then you give an order number. And then I was sitting there. Yeah, of course I can pack your order. You've got this beautiful Miami Cuban 5mm, and I was practicing my sales, and that was one of our winning ads for my jewelry brand. So what I realized with that was my personal brand audience grew a little bit. I still have a very small audience, but I'm gonna go crazy on it. And the people are great, so they were profitable. So I made more iterations of white label ads. And then I started documenting what I was doing on Ecom, and then had some people reach out for coaching, for mentorship. So then I got naturally, and then I've done mentorship for and advisory for a few clients since, and then we built a community now, and that's how I got into it.
Some guys, they see their Ecom not working as they want, that they do coaching. Some people have a bad perspective of coaching. Some people have a very good perspective of it. You're a rare example of someone having the successful both. I saw your community. It was crazy. People are having results. People are making the stuff happening. What you think differentiate someone that can do both and someone that is just coaching around? I would say
it's hard to say. There are a lot of good coaches out there, and there are a lot of bad coaches out there. I don't compare myself to other coaches or other mentors. I look at others, and if they're doing something that I can learn from, I'll learn from them.
Yeah.
And I'll just stay improving my product or service.
Wonderful.
And it's as simple as that. And that's all I do. I just try and improve my product or service. And also, mentorship also changed my life. And so that was a big reason why I love mentoring and I love helping people, is because, no one's become successful on their own. It's impossible. And a lone wolf, just grinding on your laptop. Yes, I'm sure you can make some quick money, but if you want to achieve, a life where you can provide for people, you can live a great life, you can have a team, it can't be done on your own. And I experienced that firsthand with my mentor, who showed me different paths, who saved me years and years and years of learning. And if I can provide that to someone else, and get paid for it, so I have another income stream, right? And I have fun doing it, and it allows me to advertise myself online.
Yeah.
Then why wouldn't I do it?
Yeah, of course. 100%.
Yeah.
And it helps you also, you give back and you learn also for yourself as well.
A lot. Yeah.
You learn a lot.
And also the business opportunities that arise from it as well.
Yeah, as well.
So
you have some in mind that you want to share, maybe?
Yeah, shout out to Joel. He may watch this. So this is he was a mentee, started out absolute zero in e-commerce, and he now lives with my brother in a penthouse in central London. We have a store together. He's like a family member to me. He's a big bodybuilder. I learn a lot from him. He learns a lot from me. He's older than me, and yeah, actually, he was not in the best place when he started mentorship. And I think everybody who creates meaningful change in their life, it starts from a place of needing change and a place of pain, and he completely pivoted his life around.
A lot of people, the e-com space is evolving. AI came a few years ago, changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
My question for you is, are you leveraging it? What did it change for you? How it made stuff different for your business?
Yeah. So I am leveraging AI, and I think most people probably watching this are already leveraging AI. Primarily for me, I still use GPT as almost like my thought organizer. Okay. So I just consult with ChatGPT, and it really structures my thoughts and structures my direction in life. That's how I'm primarily using it.
Is there some magic prompts or something?
I do have some prompts, bro. And I also have an app on my Mac called Whisper, and then it just, so I can voice speak to it, and then it puts it in text. And I'm going very, very deep. And so, there's loads of different softwares out there. We can get into some, some content creation softwares or whatever, but for me, it's mainly about organizing my thoughts and asking for alternative perspectives, and also asking ChatGPT to scrutinize my current strategies and processes and what are the highest leverage actions I can take. I'm not using GPT on like surface level. I've been using the deep search feature. Have you seen the deep search feature?
Yeah. You wait 30 minutes, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, and then
yeah.
Boom.
So deep search feature and target audience has been my best friend at the moment.
Okay. Deep research and target audience? I don't get it.
So basically, you can ask the deep search feature on ChatGPT. You give it a product. You give it who you believe you want to sell the product to, the pain points that you currently believe the product is associated with it. And then you just ask it for like 5 different other customer avatars, alternative pain points or alternative angles to sell this product based on the research over the entire internet. And it will come out with loads of different unique angles. So that's what I'm doing with my clients at the moment, is just finding unique angles or unique pain points specifically from deep research, because it will do every Reddit forum, it will do every article on planet Earth, all the comment sections like crazy. So that's huge. I mean, also in the product design process, generate an image and then give it to a product designer.
Okay.
And then they can actually turn it into something concrete, for like a tech pack, for example.
Okay, like something that maybe you cannot really express to a product designer. ChatGPT will help you express it. So with like some examples, and then you have a human that will develop the concept further.
Yeah, exactly.
That way. Okay.
Position. And of course, guys, if you do want to apply for my private one-on-one e-commerce mentorship, you can also check the first link in the description alongside Moose's socials as well.
Yeah.
Where I can review your application and potentially work alongside you on a more in-depth basis through the process of scaling your store.
I had the chance to see you with like the community and the level. I was impressed. The level was good. Like people are making results. People are going to the next level. And bro, you're killing it. You're killing it. I'm very grateful for the time we spent last time with your mateys. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.